Hi everyone, I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Welcome to Mindful Monday, a short practice with some gentle movement, breathing, and the opportunity to practice your meditation. Today, I am going to use my yoga mat. You don't need one for this, but I'm going to start in child's pose. And so I hope you'll join me right now in child's pose. You can work with your knees together or apart, hands forward or alongside. And once you get yourself set up in your child's pose, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And take a big inhale. And a big exhale. On your inhale, fill up. Feel your lungs, your rib cage expand. And as you exhale, just feel that gentle contraction. Tuning into the movement of your breath. Finding a pace. A rhythm that works for you. And really allowing all of this to work for you. Softening your shoulders and your face. You might notice if you're clenching your jaw, soften that. Your fingers, you can feel your fingers, your hands on the ground. An intentional but gentle connection. And take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Once more here, a big inhale. And a big exhale. And coming up to your tabletop, your hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under your hips. You can pad your knees if there's any kind of discomfort. We'll move through a couple of cat-cows. So on your inhale, let your belly drop. Lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, round your spine. You can tuck your chin into your chest, lift out of your shoulders. Take your time moving through these. You can add in a little bit of forward and back movement. You can add in some side to side. Just feeling out your body and noticing how it feels to move, how it feels to move your breath in your body. Then come back to center, come back to a neutral spine. And here, bring your right foot to your right thumb, even a little forward of your right hand. You can actually kind of slide that foot a little bit forward. So we're setting up for a kneeling lunge. And you can pad this left knee if there's any kind of discomfort there. Hands can stay low here on your mat. If you have a couple of props, you can put those under your hands. If it works, walk your hands up to your front thigh. And keep your front foot where it is. But as you breathe here, feel if there's room for your front knee, your right knee to move a little bit forward. And then your hips start to move forward and down. Soften your toes. Here you can set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Feel your breath. It's usually pretty obvious in your torso. You can feel your rib cage expand and contract. You might notice where else you feel your breath in your body. And keeping your legs as they are, if it works for you, interlace your fingers at your low back. Extend through your arms. Let your knuckles reach down towards the ground. You can add a towel or a strap between your hands just to give yourself a little bit of space. So you have the hip opener, Now a little bit of a heart opener. You can gently take your gaze up if that works for you. If you're comfortable dropping your head back, you can do that as well. Still feeling your breath. Really patient as we take a little more time here than in a usual power flow class. Stay grounded through your right foot. You might find there's a little bit of movement. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Now as you inhale, reach your hands up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your mat and come back to your tabletop, your hands and knees. And a couple of cat-cows. You might notice the different side to side here. Moving with your breath. Coming back to center and taking your left foot to your left thumb. Once you get it there, wiggle it a little bit forward. Let your hips move forward and down. And all of this is to your own degree. Hands can be on the ground alongside your foot. Again, you can use a prop. You can pad your right knee here. Find your foundation. Feel your breath. And then if it works, walk your hands up to your left thigh, your left knee. Taking a few deep breaths here. One breath at a time. Feeling if there's room to bend your front knee. Keep your front foot where it is. Just bending your front knee. Letting your hips come forward and down. Not trying to make anything happen. Simply creating a space where shift does happen. You start to feel the movement in your physical body, the different sensations. As you stay connected with your breath, maybe there's less movement in your thinking mind. Now here, if it works, interlace your fingers at your low back, letting your shoulders roll back, lengthening through your arms. Again, the option to put a towel or strap between your hands. Lifting your chest and lifting your heart. And you can check in with your front foot. I like to check in with my toes. Just remember not to hang on with my toes. You can take your gaze up. If it works, you can drop your head back. Staying connected with the movement of your breath is a nice reminder that you don't have to hang on to any thoughts that do come up. You can simply notice them and then breathe them out. Take a breath in and a breath out. As you inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, bring your hands down to your mat and come back to your tabletop. Once more, a couple of cat-cows here. Notice what you feel. If your body feels a little bit different. And coming to a neutral spine, sit back over your heels. Come onto your back. And I'm going to set up for a supported bridge. So if you have a block handy, you can put it under your hips. I like to put mine under my hips pretty close to my tailbone. And you can set your block at any height. If you don't have a block and you want to use a towel, you can. Or you can come up and use your hands for support under your hips. So get yourself set up here. And here, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Check in with your feet. So your feet are set, they're flat, toes are soft. Let there be space between your chin and your chest. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale, fill up. And a full exhale, empty out. And your gaze can be set. You can close your eyes. Simply following the movement of your breath. One deep breath in. And a long breath out. Patient with yourself if you notice that you get distracted. It's part of the practice. It's an opportunity to come back and reset. And you can do that anywhere, anytime. You can reset anywhere, anytime, just by taking a couple of deep breaths. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Here, coming down onto your back. You can bring the soles of your feet together and your knees to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. If you have props, you can put one under each knee for support. That can be really nice. Hands can come alongside you, or you can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And this is really nice because as you take a breath in and a breath out, you can really connect to the movement of your breath. And it's always amazing and inspiring to me how the movement of my breath helps me to slow down my thinking mind. So allowing your breath to be deep and full, balanced. Allowing yourself as much time as you like here. I'm Heather, and I'm the Bent Yogi. And I am going to sign off. But you can stay here as long as you like. Take care of yourself so you can take care of each other. And I will see you again soon.